got voices in the back. Let's give it a chop up. Hello, voices. Can you hear me? She froze. Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Okay. How's it going?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. The internet's been having a couple problems. Hopefully this will work out.
Hey girl, if you want to come back here. Hey girl, if you want to come back here, I'll shoot you the link before my live. There's the fucking Patreon. There's the private StreamYard. There's the fucking link to it.
And is that the one where they were plotting on me?
Nope. That's the Scout autopsy photos. Don't tell me she didn't do fucking private StreamYard.
Okay, you broke up really bad right there.
What is going on? Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can find the cord to hardwire in. Hang on.
Okay, so she was showing the receipts for the autopsy stuff right there on her phone. I did see that.
Let me hardwire in. Hang on.
Take your time. No rush.
Give it a second. It'll take it just a second to click in. Okay. So when they plotted on you, nobody sent her there. She went on her own. Okay. So this is the Jones meltdown. Nobody sent Aileen there. Aileen on her own.
Okay.
As soon as she went there,
but how did she know
private little group chat, the Facebook group chat? I don't know. You'd have to ask Aileen. Don't know.
Okay.
When she went live when Aileen called Queen on a video call, Queen went live in their little private Facebook group or Facebook group chat, messenger chat with Queen, NorCal, please help me Facebook, Joneson, and they showed your property where Aileen was. That's what caused Joneson to say that she was a hypocrite. I can't be against doxing if somebody's going to go to Dolly's house and Queen's going to click into the messenger group and show us all 30. I can't be a hypocrite.
Okay, so Jones
okay with it now.
Okay, so at that point, Jones was defending the action, like defending "don't come here" type shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what caused Jones and Cole meltdown.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
And then you just heard Jones say, "Yeah, yes,
okay, you
what caused Jones."
All right, you're breaking up. You're going robotic on me. I don't know if we both are, and it's my internet, but you broke up really bad right there. We were talking about when you said Joneson was like saying it was wrong.
How can I be a hypocrite sitting with people that are calling out this behavior, but sitting in a private group condoning it?
Yeah.
And I understood that. Okay, so that's what the private StreamYard was about. The big group of us. Okay. And then, that's what I took notes on. And it wasn't about you. That was the only part that was about you. There were a dozen other things that were talked about in there that had nothing to do with you. But that situation was the catalyst. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
But then, then she chose to just ride with it. If she was so against it, why did she just flip the script and go, okay, I'm going to go with what everybody's saying? And she knew it was wrong.
They were all okay with it. Again, it's the same thing that when I realized it, I bounced. For me, it was the autopsy photos. My line was the autopsy photos. My line was also in that private StreamYard. One of the things Joneson had a problem with was the same thing that Sweet Tea had a problem with, was that if Queen brings you up and brings your channel up and helps you grow it, then if you're talking about something or you schedule a live, then she goes and schedules a live. Now I've sat back, I've heard this be said by two other people, Sweet Tea and Joneson, both. And I'll go to hell if the first time in a long time that I've got 200 people in my chat. And what the fuck do I get? I get a goddamn text message that says, hey girl, if you want to come back here, I'll shoot you the link before my live at 3:30.
Okay. So there is the receipts. And that was discussing the autopsy stuff. So behind the scenes, what was the big outrage at Zav if they were doing the exact same thing?
Well, again, now that I look back at it, you see how gross it is. And then for Queen to say, well, if you need to see him, we'll get you the link and you can see him without having to pay for it.
But I'm not saying behind the scenes, did they plan this on Zav, that they were going to go after Zav?
I don't know. Dolly, again, I have to tell you the same thing I told Laura. I wasn't in. You heard what I said. I didn't have private conversations. They didn't trust me. Rightfully so.
Okay. So every time mostly when you talk to him was in group chats behind the scenes.
No, I didn't do anything behind the scenes with them.
Okay.
No, that was like, no, that was not. I learned my lesson with Critical K. Like, whatever you say, it's going to get outed somewhere, somehow, someday.
Yeah. Well, all I can recommend is, you pick better friends.
My own channel, doing my own thing. I understand there's parts of me that people don't like. That's okay. It's taken me 47 years to like the person I am, and I'm happy with her.
Yeah, and that's good. You gotta love yourself first. That's the main thing. And look, even though you were doing grimy things over there with them, I'm not mad at you. I just want you to know that.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry if my mouth.
You never offended me because I don't, like I said, I don't put a lot of weight in the stuff that people say about me, which is a good thing, right? So that's why I'm not mad at you. That's why I'm not mad at you or anything.
Well, I appreciate that. That's very big of you.
You made, I think, a conscious decision to get away from the wrongness. Look, every day you got choices to make. You can make the right ones or you can make the wrong ones. I think you made the right one by going on your own and doing your own thing. And then, you know what's right and wrong. If that's your line that you don't cross, then don't be around people that cross that line. And you set that line there and you did the right thing by walking away from them people that cross that line. Like I cross people that support baby killers. That is my line. You start supporting baby killer, I cannot get down with it. It will make me go insane and I will cuss just as bad as you do.
And like everybody has their line. You can have, you pick where you pick, I pick where I pick. I think it's more about the judging. In the end, that's not like all this is turning into is a interactive soap opera that a lot of times subscribers, they get their big say and all it takes is for somebody to type something in a chat and then it causes even bigger. So not only do the creators need to do better because we are the leaders, so to speak, of each little village, but the subscribers also need to do better.
Yeah, I agree with that. And one thing I say is when it's something that the whole community can't get down with, we need to stand together. If we don't like each other, if we argue or whatever it should be, there is that certain point that every creator needs to stand together and say, look, we cannot stand for this. We're not going to tolerate this.
Right. Wrong.
And I agree with you. The line is when we start messing with these babies. That is a real big line.
It doesn't, Dolly, it's not even just a baby. It's a victim who is left behind from a tragic circumstance. When you or me begin to profit off of their tragedy, they can't ever hit the exit button. They never get a moment's peace. Dolly, I have 3 families in Bighorn County. The first one went missing in 2018. The second one came all the way from Washington, D.C. out here to Wyoming to see Kanye West in 2020. And he went missing. And the third one went missing in 2021. And all 3 of them are under the same sheriff in the same county, the county that I was born and raised in and still reside now as an adult. And you know what our sheriff says? It's a head scratcher. You know whose timelines they've used for all 3 cases? Mine. Because they didn't do work. So y'all want something to protest? Come on to Wyoming. I will make you your fucking signs.
Yeah, I don't protest. I don't protest. I mean, the Georgia situation. Yes, the Georgia situation was different. I'm not a protester. I go out and look for people, and I'm a sleuth on the internet. The protesting shit, I didn't go when I went down to Georgia. I want to explain this for everybody, just to defend myself on this. Quentin Simon was missing. We had no clue that Leilani had did what she did. So when I went down there to look for Quentin. I didn't know that was going to be in front of that house, and I didn't know I'd be out there screaming at people.
Can I stop you there? Can I ask you?
Yeah, you can ask me.
Have you been trained in any forensic data collection, forensic documentation? Have you been trained in ways of search and rescue? Any of that? Have you taken any courses outside of? Okay, can I ask?
Eyeballs and I can look around.
Okay, but here's the problem with that, buddy. Here's the problem with that. That even people that do their local volunteer search and rescue, they're trained. They practice many weekends a month. They are taught things. Here's the problem with somebody like you that has 2 eyeballs and can think they can look around. You're not trained in what to look for. You're not trained in things. And what you could end up doing is destroying evidence. You also are not FAA licensed to fly your drone, correct?
That's at a certain weight. A drone has to be at a certain weight. And the drone is not at that weight.
Okay. So then, because we're like, I'm in the process of getting my FAA license.
And don't you think after multiple searches that I'm going to learn things along the way?
No, honey, you're not, because you're not being trained by somebody who's knowledgeable and understands the process. Do you know that my dad is a many-year search and rescue veteran? He headed it up, and I was the search and rescue dummy. Like I was the person that got stuck out in the middle of nowhere to let them come find. I also am an avid hunter.
Do you remember just a few months ago when that little boy went missing? The guy went out there and found him.
Yeah.
He wasn't a trained searcher. He wasn't a professional searcher. He's the guy that got up in the morning and went and looked for the little boy.
He went and checked in on a search, and he was being oversought by a search team, honey. I'm just trying to say
he's a regular guy that went out and found him. Okay. You can say what you want to say.
Also not on YouTube doing it for clicks and views. That's the other part of it, Dolly. Again, I'm just trying to give you the other side and help you see something that you're not seeing. Just give you some food for thought.
If your thought was, oh, because you're not trained, well, you think everybody that goes out and searches for people are trained to search for people? Like if you went missing, you would rather just only trained people search for you. Nobody else look for you. Nobody.
If I ever go missing, I can guarantee I'll be found. And the person leading the search team, not only will it be my own clues,
understand is
it'll be my business partner.
When I'm out there searching, there is no search team. People have given up on
a 1-800-Fraudbusters person is not in any way unbiased. They release videos going at me in particular for some reason because they're some kind of triggered Karen who has some kind of something against me. I don't know, some kind of chip on their shoulder.
She's pro Granny.
Yeah, well, they've like found that were like years in the past and putting them up on their channel about me.
Right.
Who try to like paint me in some kind of bad light when it's like I was dealing with some.
This video is by 1-800-Fraudbusters, and this is at the end of it. I don't know.